It's me, I'm back. I can't tell if this is crooked or not. If it's crooked, my bad, girl. Happy Sunday. I finished a lot of books since my chat about the ending of Where the Crawdads Sing. But with this book, I wanted to try something different, and I wanted to give like a review with no spoilers. So I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try my best to use some restraint and give just a straight up book review. So the book that I want to review is called Run Rose Run. It is by James Patterson and Dolly Parton. Ooh. So first of all, let me tell you what attracted me to the book. Obviously, Dolly Parton. And James Patterson. James Patterson, he cranks out books like this. He just does. But I've read another one from him that was a collaboration with a bigger name. It was him and Bill Clinton, and that book was really good. So I was interested to see if this collab was similar, because that would give me like a hint if the writers are like, if it was the majority Bill Clinton or if it was the majority Dolly Parton, etc. But from what I heard, what he tends to do is he'll give like a general outline or vibe of the book, and then he'll send it to the author he's partnering with, and they will complete it. And I can say that's probably true, because what I read from James Patterson and Bill Clinton was a completely different tone, a completely different vibe from what I read from James Patterson and Dolly Parton. So the book is about this girl who's trying to make it big as a country star in Nashville. So like, she comes from her small town, she moves to Nashville, and she wants to make it big as a country star. Obviously the regular music industry obstacles are in her way, but then there's also like this hint of something darker, of like, you know, someone's chasing her, someone's following her, etc., to make her not successful. So my immediate thoughts of the book are, so I listened to the Audible per usual. Most of the books that I consume are audiobooks. So I listened to the audiobook, and I gotta say, for Audible, for audio listeners, this is gold. Like, every single character has their own voice actor, which is amazing. Because if you consume audiobooks a lot, you know that sometimes the voice actor can be a little and they like, it's hard to distinguish between two characters if the voice actor is not good. But then what makes a good voice actor is if they're good at shifting back and forth between different people. But what's even better is when it is different people. So like, someone who comes to mind is like Lucy Foley, who wrote is the author of The Hunting Party, The Guest List, and The Paris Apartment. All three are in my top books. Okay, she has a different voice actor for each character, and it makes it so clear to understand. It's honestly awesome. So Dolly Parton's book is like that. So each character has a different voice actor, and I mean everybody, down to like the like a cashier at a store. Like, no one is doubling up, which is really, really cool, and which shows you the kind of budget they probably had, which was like here versus some people are, you know. Yeah, so each character has their own voice actor, which is really, really cool. Dolly Parton voices the character of Ruth Anna Ryder, who ends up being like, Dolly Parton. She's like a huge country star who takes the main character, Annie Lee Keys, under her wing to help her make it, you know, huge in the country music scene. Her character also has some baggage, but Annie Lee Keys, the main character, has the most baggage, and the guy that she's falling for, essentially. But so Dolly Parton does voice one of the characters, which is also really cool. Overall, I would say that I did enjoy the book. Like on a grade scale, I would give it a B. The only reason I would give it a B is because throughout the book, a B versus an A, is that throughout the book they like hint at this like whatever that's happening to Annie Lee Keys. Someone is chasing her down. Someone is hunting her essentially, and I feel like they don't give enough of that throughout the story. They just like hint at it, like, oh, someone's chasing the car, oh, someone, you know, whatever in her hotel room. Like they hint at those things, and but it's like it's such a small dose of it that you just get like zzz, and then that's it, and then they move on. There's way more of her becoming a country music star than there is of like the what I would consider the plot or like the stress of the character. There's way more of the trying to be a country music star in Nashville than there is of the like mystery plot, which was kind of disappointing. But once it gets going at the end, it does get going, and it gets going and it gets good, right? So I definitely recommend it. Just know that it can be a little slow, and it's more it's more of her rise to country music stardom than you may want. You may want more of the mystery, or more of the, like, if you're looking for more of the mystery, you're not gonna find it. It's not gonna be like this. Yeah, honestly, that was my only complaint about it. Yeah, that, and if so, like, I also wrote down that if you are not like into country music facts or the country music scene, like if that's not something you want to hear about at all, skip this book. And if you're not into like country southern accents, skip this book, because that's a lot of what is in this book. Okay, so if that's not for you, don't read this one. But overall, I thought it was great. Yeah, those are my only notes, that I wish there had been more mystery to it. Like, because once you did get into, oh, this is what's happening to her at the end, it got good. But the book is pretty long. I want to say, I'm trying to look for my story graph and it's on my phone. I want to say that the book was like 400 some pages. Like, this was not no small book for it to pick up at the end like that. And just at the end, like, there could have been more meat and potatoes, which is why I would give it a B. Yeah, and I really think that that's it. I would definitely recommend it. But if you don't like country music, if you don't like thick country accents, and if you want the plot to be jumping, skip this one. Okay? I think I did good for not giving any spoilers. I would love to, but I won't. Those are my thoughts, friends, on Dolly Parton and James Patterson. Run, Rose, Run.